Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome into the Keep Boone Healthy Facebook page. I'm David Jackson with the Boone Area Chamber of Commerce. And today we are talking with Mark Freed of the Department of Cultural Resources with the town of Boone about just a number of things that the town has to offer that are mindful of social distancing and mindful of some of the programming opportunities that we have come to know and love over the years that might have taken a little bit of a different look here over the last few months, but are still out there available to us. So, Mark, first of all, welcome to the program. First time on the Facebook page. I hope
Thank you.
hope you like the layout.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, everybody. Hey, there, Mr. Jackson. They never did a song about Mr. Jackson, did they?
No. Just Miss Jackson was the only one apologized to.
Yeah.
It was really, really interesting. So first things first, I know that your office in the Jones House is usually at this time of the year the epicenter for everything that's going on downtown with different events and quasi festivals and gathering places on Friday nights for First Fridays and football weekends and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, the operation looks a little bit differently. Can you just update everybody on what is available and what's kind of still off limits due to COVID up at the Jones House?
Yeah, for sure. You can see I'm wearing my Concerts at the Jones House shirt. We certainly miss seeing everybody on the lawn. Our lawn is recuperating, I will say that. The grass has probably never looked as green as it does without all the foot traffic. But that being said, the lawn space is still open. The house is not. Unfortunately, the house will remain closed until at least the beginning of phase 3, and then we'll have some sort of release of information about the opening of town offices. But in the meantime, the park itself, the Jones House, really is a park. I mean, we have a great green space around it, and we welcome people to come and use it. We have the picnic table there. We've been making some improvements on the lawn. We've made some sidewalk improvements to make the lawn ADA accessible from the back parking lot. So that's a great improvement we're excited to unfold. We've been doing some landscaping work to expand some of the green space and the usable lawn space in the lawn. So we welcome people to come and enjoy that space at the Jones House, and we'll be keeping people posted when we're back ready to accept visitors and welcome them back into the community center.
Mark, the Jones House is probably the most notable, but just one of a stable of offerings that the town has in terms of public space that as we welcome new students to town that may not have been around these places before, or whether it's just the person that works in or around one of these facilities that's looking to break the monotony and get outside and have lunch before it starts to cool off as it does here in the fall. Can you kind of run through what some of those opportunities are for people to get out and use some of the outdoor space that you and your staff are maintaining all the time, let alone through this particular situation?
Yeah, the town of Boone really does have some great parks. So for folks looking to get off of campus or those downtown looking for spaces, of course, our Jones House Community Center has a great lawn. We have the Rivers Park property, which is right there on Rivers Park, sort of across from Cafe Portofino, and where the new that new building is being constructed there, where Southern States used to be. The Rivers Park has a really nice green space and a nice walk up through the woods there. You can walk up and see Baby, our champion sugar maple. There's a trail. If you walk past the stone house, there's a trail that leads up through the woods, and that's a nice little short hike. It's you can get your heart pumping. There's a little bit of elevation there, but a short hike and really accessible to downtown. We have our Daniel Boone Park, which consists of several sort of parcels of property. It's where the farmers market takes place on Saturdays, which is still operating. It's where we have our Daniel Boone Native Gardens, a great place to go and recluse and learn about some of our native species and walk around and just sort of feel like you're not quite right in the heart of the city, even though you are. You can get up to Strawberry Hill, where you can, again, get your heart pumping and hike up to the top of the hill and through some trails there. And of course, some of the picnic area at JC's Park is not open, but there is some parking up there for folks to go and enjoy the park and walk around there. So another great green space that people can get to, pretty accessible.
And I know I know the Greenway is also a popular destination. We've seen a lot of people out there over the course of the last several months. Again, the point to be able to get outside and enjoy some of this. And part of that also wraps into a new offering, relatively speaking, that is available in the downtown area with a historic tour. Tell us a little bit about the origin of that and how people can get a little bit of history while they're out there stretching their legs here this fall.
Yeah, sure. So for those who want to just learn a little bit more about downtown and some of our buildings and some of our sites and our markers and historic markers and benches, of course, the famous Doc Watson statue and bench downtown, we've created a tour. It's hosted by a site called Pocket Sites. You can link to it from our website at joneshouse.org, or if you do a search for Downtown Boone Walking Tour, it's the first thing that pops up on a Google search. And it's a site called Pocket Sites. It's free. They have an app you can download, or you can just use the website and browse through it, and it'll take you around a tour that's about a mile or so in downtown, walking around and doing a loop that you can start at any of the sites. The first spot on it is the Jones House, so if people wanted, they could park at the Jones House parking lot and take a tour and do a mile walk around and learn about some of the buildings. We've extrapolated a lot of the information from Eric Plagg and his great report of all the history of downtown Boone, and he's had a watchful eye on some of the language that we've used and has given us the thumbs up. So we feel pretty good that it's accurate information, and we welcome people to come and check it out, learn a little bit more about downtown, exercise, get outside, and of course, wear your mask when you're around folks, but get out and enjoy downtown and maybe learn a little something new.
Speaking of learning new things, the music programs have always been popular through the Jones House. I know you've put your stamp on those in many ways over the years. How have you been able to continue some of that learning for not only the younger kids that really get introduced to music through those programs, but also for some of us older folks that like to maybe dust off an old skill every now and then?
Yeah. We've launched a new little mini series. We've done some mini lessons. We're putting out those for free for just anybody who's interested in checking them out. We have a YouTube channel, and these are also posted on our Jones House Facebook and Jones House Instagram pages. They're little mini lessons of maybe a couple minutes up to 5 or 10 minutes for somebody who wants to just pull an instrument out and learn something simple, just a simple new tool to add to your bag of something, or maybe just learn a new chord. It might be something simple. For those who want to get a little more involved, we're still continuing our music lessons program. We're doing some one-on-one lessons in environments similar to this, virtual scenarios. We'll have a little bit of some group lessons in this kind of an environment for some intermediate lessons coming up this year. And, as soon as we feel like we have the green light to do some safe distanced things in the same space, we'll be looking to do that as well. We have support from a grant from the North Carolina Arts Council, and they're going to continue to support our program this year, and we're real excited about that. So we'll be offering some workshops and lessons online, and keeping people posted about hopefully getting together.
I know that people have seen the Office of Cultural Resources really kind of dabble into this virtual world a little bit, whether it's been music or concerts or archival stuff. How has that allowed you to kind of repurpose some material, but still, I guess, keep people engaged and keep light thoughts available at a time where a lot of stuff is heavy? I'm sure you are providing a lot of very needed mental escape by unearthing some of these things and bringing them back in front of people.
Yeah, well, when of course, this all came down right as we were preparing for our outdoor concert series in the springtime leading up to it. So when summer hit, we knew we wanted to share some kind of entertainment with folks, and we reached back into the archives. We've been pulling out some footage, some as old as the first Doc Watson Day celebration. Got my dog out here on the porch.
It's popular. Dogs love it.
Yeah. My dog likes Doc. We had some footage of Doc the day that we unveiled the statue. So that was exciting. And we've been pulling out some other footage from, 2013 and 15 and all through the last handful of summers. And then we've had a bunch of bands who have, Dudes, come here. Judy, come here. Sorry, David.
That's quite fine.
Excited out here. Hey, come here. We've had a number of bands who have also recorded their own films for us, which has been really fun. Sending out some greetings. So Becca Eggers Grider, who had played at the Jones House ever since the inception of that series, She recorded a video for us, and another dog walking up the road.
Gotcha.
She recorded her greeting for us, and that was fun. So a lot of people got to hear her say, "Hey, this summer I'll move my space."
That's quite fun.
So that was really good, and so we've had a lot of great artists contributing some things, and if people want to get onto our YouTube or our Facebook or our Instagram pages, they can check that stuff out, and we hope that people will enjoy hearing some music. We wish we could be together with everyone on the lawn, but that'll be for another summer.
A final thing for you, Mark. I know that a lot of hard work's gone into reimagining some of this, and the goal is still to connect with people in whatever way you can. And like I said a moment ago, people need that connection. How have you and your staff kind of worked to try to find those ways to maybe subtly, or in some cases not so subtly, bring people back around to some of the things that they have held as traditions, like going to the lawn on Friday nights, maybe administered a different way, but still the importance of finding community through arts and entertainment and walking through a park at a time where it's been a little bit more challenging to do so.
Yeah, well, I mean, all those things, we hate not seeing everybody, but when we can tap into the community and put a stuffed bear in the window for people to come by and look at, or participate in a story walk program downtown where kids can come down and walk through downtown and read a story, or participate in our walking tour and learn a little bit more about your hometown, or pick up an instrument and learn a lick that of an instrument that's been resonating in our community for all these years. Those are ways to tap in, and that we can all sort of feel part of something, even though we can't be together. We're still, we can find those wavelengths to be a part of, and to get out in our parks. And I think the worst part about masks is that you just don't get to see the smiles of the people you're walking by, but you pretty much know they are when you see their eyes squint and a hand wave. So, those experiences too, we can get out and share our public spaces together and do it in a safe way. And, we'll get through it the best way we can. And we'll be thinking about the people who are suffering the worst with it. And look forward to being together, like I said, again on the lawn, hopefully next summer, or sometime before too long.
Very well said, and certainly appreciate everything that you and your team are doing to keep these resources available to us. Again, check out the Jones House website for more details on all of these things. And Mark, we wish you and your staff nothing but the best in health and creativity as we move forward. And we look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Same to you. Thanks, David. Bye, everybody.